The chair now recognizes the ranking member, Mr. Green, for 5 minutes of Texas.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Permit me to ask, have any of you read some document from the Biden administration or some regulator indicating that there is an Operation 2.0 checkpoint or Operation Choke Point 2.0? Have you, from the Biden administration that said 2.0? Okay, so this is a made-up statement. Somebody concluded that this is something that sells, so they've gone with 2.0. I was here in 2008 when we had the downturn, and it was never alleged that too much regulation caused the problem. I was here when Bernie Madoff made off with more than $60 billion. It was never alleged that too much regulation is what allowed him to do it. Silver Bank, Signature Bank. In fact, my colleagues have indicated that it was the regulators that caused the problem. A lack of regulation. Not all, but some have. So the question becomes this: do you want too much regulation, too little regulation, or you want it to be the Goldilocks, just right? Wouldn't we all? But the point is, given what's happening without guardrails as it relates to cryptocurrency, and I believe that, would you agree that we need some more guardrails? Anybody agree? Okay, if you agree, raise your hand. Just raise your hand, please. Okay, everybody agrees. Well, where do the guardrails come from? Somebody might say Congress. Would you agree that Congress is the place where guardrails should emanate? Raise your hands, please. Okay, thank you. For Congress to act, you have to have an act of Congress. Congress hasn't been able to act for various and sundry reasons. I don't want to get into all of it, but the regulators are in a tough position. I wouldn't want to be a regulator. It's a tough job, because if a bank fails, then you didn't do enough, and then if it somehow doesn't give you the kind of regulation that you want, it's too much. I wouldn't want to be a regulator. But I do know this. I was here to receive all of the complaints in 2008 and all of the complaints in the 60s, I think it was, when Bernie Madoff performed his dastardly deed. A good many people who want less regulation won't be here to receive the complaints. They come and they go. But there are some of us who have decided that we want to be here today and tomorrow and thereafter. And we've been fortunate enough and blessed enough to do it. So I'm not going to get angry with regulators because those who are regulated contend that they're overregulated. I want to fix a problem, but I'm not going to take all of this and conclude that the regulators are overregulating, when you all agree that there should be guardrails. At some point, Congress has to act. I've seen Chairman Waters when she was chair and as ranking member. She and Mr. McHenry worked to try to give us the guardrails. But it's difficult to satisfy enough members to get something done. If these banks fail and you have a cascading event, we will find ourselves revisiting 2008. When Silvergate and Signature Bank, when they went under, one of our great fears was that this could become the start of a domino effect. And I remember how hard our ranking member worked with others to try to prevent this. So I thank you for your testimony, and I assure you, I'm going to do what I can to make sure that you're being treated fairly. But if I'm going to err, it will be on the side of regulating and not deregulating. I yield back.
Gentleman yields. Gentleman from Wisconsin, Mr. Stile, is now recognized for 5 minutes. The chair of